gang, real quick. So I'm gonna break down what I have here behind me. Gotta just back it in real quick. Make sure I don't hit my foot. You can come right here, cool. Can you see this okay? I wanted to go over what I labeled here the perfect acquisition system. When we talk about acquisitions, we're talking about finding real estate deals. Now, before you guys chew me out, all of you polished investors, you're a polished investor and you're already running, let's just say a 5 or 6 figure acquisition system in your business. But this is not for you. This is for the newbies. This is for the people who are trying to figure out how the hell do I find real estate deals? How do I even find my first real estate deal, which is who my company, United Home Relief, serves. 4-step process. If you are trying to find a real estate deal and you want to do so without using a wholesaler, without using a real estate agent, you want to cut out the middleman, you want to cut out fees, even put yourself in a position to make those fees, this is going to be the formula to do so. 4-step process, super easy. I promised you that at least 3 of them you're currently not doing. Even if you are a wholesaler who might have closed 1 or 2 deals, a real estate agent who might be closing a deal every few months, we are about predictability and scalability. So let's dive right in. Number 1, it's important that you have a brand. You guys have seen this in other videos. I'm not gonna harp on this too much, but if you are a real estate business and you don't have the following things for your brand, okay? Logo, color scheme that's consistent throughout the entire brand, a font that's also consistent. This could be 1 to 3 different fonts that you use in your business that have familiarity. When people see that font, they think you, right? The same way when we see the McDonald's M, like we know exactly what that is, okay? Even if you don't see the whole word, that's what you want to try to replicate and create within your business. Social media pages, this is huge. I love social media pages because A, easy outreach. I think right now, as I'm recording this video, there's over 4 billion people on some sort of social media platform in the world, more than half of the population, which is crazy. So why not have your business there to be able to maybe find motivated sellers who want to sell you their deals? But bigger than that, I'll be completely honest, Googleability. I always say this word, I don't know if I made it up, but when people Google you, you want to dominate the first 3 to 4 links. One easy way is your website. Okay, we didn't get to that yet, but if you have a business in 2025, you probably should have a website. Okay, but another easy way is by having social media pages. If someone types in, you guys can try it right now, United Home Relief or Art Morrison III in Google, not only is my website going to come up first, but then additionally, you might see it LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X or Twitter, right? You're gonna see all these different social media platforms. So I'm gonna dominate the first page behind those 2 names. You can be a brand new business and do this. You don't have to have a bunch of Google SEO history. You don't have, like, your company hasn't even had to do anything, okay? You just need to have your own website, have your own social media pages of a name that's unique to your business in order to accomplish this. Now, why is this important? What does it have to do with finding a deal? Well, if we're gonna be cutting out wholesalers and we're gonna be cutting out real estate agents, like, we have to have the credibility. Typically, when you have a wholesaler or a real estate agent finding a deal for you, they're dealing with the seller's real estate agent, right? Or the wholesaler is dealing with the seller and just connecting you two. So the wholesaler and the real estate agent, and if you're one of those watching this, this is super important for you, they have their own brand and credibility. So the seller is more likely to listen to them, take advice from them, do as they ask, right? They're doing so in service of themselves and in service of, like I said, the real estate agent and wholesaler. If we're cutting them out, we have to bring this same energy, okay? When we're doing part 2, which I'll get to shortly, we're gonna be reaching thousands of people, okay? Trying to offer them a service of, hey, let me buy your house, right? Or let me help you get your house sold. So if you're reaching thousands of people, you wanna increase the amount of those people that you're gonna convert into an actual client or a seller. If you wanna increase that amount, you want credibility, and this is the easiest way to do so at very limited cost. Maybe I'll attach some resources, I'll give you a link to some resources below of where you can go to get a logo for free, okay? Where you can create a brand like color, font, for free. Social media, you guys already know is free, right? You're watching this for free. A website, there's some cool AI tools that'll design a website. I recommend something a little better because this is gonna be your online real estate, but neither here nor there. And all of this needs to be backed by an LLC, all right? So yes, you can create a brand, but you wanna actually have a real business, right? That actually exists before you go and create this brand, all right? Step 2, how do we get more people to engage with this brand? Not just to engage. When I say engagement, I'm not talking about likes and subscribers and comments. I'm talking about actually take this brand up on the service that they're providing. If you are a real estate professional looking to buy houses, your service to motivated sellers is that you're going to buy their house, typically cash, quickly, as is, right? So where do we find these people and how do we find them? Step 2 is gonna be your marketing. Now I'm skipping here where you even find the leads, where do you even find people in pre-foreclosure, people who have a lot of equity in their house, people who are tax delinquent, We use PropStream. I'll link it below as well, or I'll even put it up on the screen. This is a tool, there's many like it, but this is my favorite tool to be able to literally download lists of these people in any zip code throughout the entire country, okay? So you're gonna take that list of people and you're gonna have their name, address, phone number, and email. And now it's time for you to market to these people. So let's talk about marketing really quick. There's a number of ways you can market if you're a newbie, okay? Number one, and the easiest to do right now, as you're watching this video, even if you're broke, is to door knock. You can literally knock on doors. It's that simple. Knock on everyone's door, tell them what service you provide in the area and how you can help them. Find out, are they even interested in buying? The easiest houses to target are places with high grass, people with houses with boarded up windows or just in poor condition. This is unfortunate, but houses with ramps usually indicate older people who are likely in a position to downsize their home, right? Or maybe move on to like an assisted living or nursing home situation. So door knocking works, okay? And I know a lot of people who door knock who have a lot of success. Another way that's very inexpensive is bandit signs. Bandit signs are those signs that you see that say we buy houses. This is self-explanatory. You buy a bunch of those signs, you put your phone number on them, you put them up. Anybody who wants to sell a house sees that sign, they call you, all right? Very inexpensive. Cold calling, the list I just told you about from PropStream. Get your ass on the phone and call every single person in the same way that you could door knock them. Okay, there's automated dialers out there, there's virtual assistants out there, okay? There's you calling yourself if you don't have money to be able to hire or contract one of these other external businesses, but call the damn list, okay? There's scripts, ChatGPT got scripts, we have scripts. If you comment script below, I'll have someone send you a script, but it's as simple as calling them and saying, hey, I want to buy your house, all right? Another one that's fairly expensive, I actually got one right behind me. Postcards. I don't know if you want to zoom in on that bad boy right there. Postcards, offering a free consultation or a free quote. That's what we use to entice people to do business with us. You can do free cash quote, big cash for your house, however you want to market it, up to you. We'll cover that in another video. But that's an easy way to reach a lot of houses in a specific area, telling them your service, all right? Direct mail, which is a letter, or postcards like you just saw, okay? Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. One thing that we do at my company is we launch people a text message marketing campaign. So we take that list that I just told you guys to go knock on doors, to spend $4 per printed postcard and mailed, postcards, $4 a pop, knock on doors, cold calling, these take time. I like text message marketing and we launch this for each client simply because one click of a button, I can reach thousands of people. So I can download a list of, let's just say 5,000 people, press one button, and now all those people receive a text from me saying, hey, what's up? My name is Art with United Home Relief. I was in your area, saw your property. I'm interested in making a cash offer. Is this something you would entertain? Very simple. Now the system we build actually also follows up. So our system reads if they responded or not. If they didn't, we follow up the next day and the next day and the next day until they respond or simply tell us to stop, okay? Automated text messaging is powerful because all that is happening literally right now as I record this video. My systems and my client's systems are running, sending text messages, okay? So this is like a real thing. This is not like a hack. I'm not the only company that does this. There's even tools where you can do iMessage, so your messages show up blue to these people, anyone who has an iPhone, which is also huge because for some reason, blue messages are more trusted. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But all of these different marketing tools, or even better yet, all of them together is how you can guarantee a deal with no wholesale fee, no realtor involved, paying no commission. You can negotiate seller financing, subject to cash purchases, wholesale deals. There's no one in between you and the seller, so all these are a possibility. If you want to guarantee a deal like that very quickly, you will run not just one of these, but typically most of these different marketing strategies that anyone, even beginners, can run to guarantee that they obtain a deal. Moving right along, number 3, tracking. This is where a lot of people get lost. These cost money. If you care about how much money you cost, tracking is low-key in business, another word for budgeting. You don't know what you're paying for if you're not tracking the data. So if I pay for a list of 5,000 leads and I pay a system to text them, I need to know how much it's gonna cost me and how many appointments I'm getting, right? How many people are we reaching? How many responses are we getting? How many offers are we making? How many contracts are we getting signed? If it costs me through social media ads, $5,000 of ads for every contract that I get, but then text message only costs me $3,000 for every one contract, I'm obviously going to put more money in text messaging. And this allows me to save $2,000, which is why Tracking is just a fancy entrepreneur word for budgeting, okay? We need to be tracking all these things. If you're a hustler and you're hungry, you can just blitz all the marketing strategies. It'll work still. But if you want to scale and be predictable and save money and get the most bang for your buck as an entrepreneur, which should be your goal if you're a business owner, you want to be tracking all of these metrics. I have my team zoom in on this in post-production, but cold outreach, how many people, right? Responses, how many people are interested? Appointments booked, how many houses am I going to see? Offers made, okay, how many people am I actually making an offer verbally? And then contracts signed, how many people agreed to sell to me at the price that I wanted? Last but not least, Art, you're the best. I can do this by myself. Well, can you do this by yourself and close 2, 3, 4 deals per month? The answer is typically no, at least not the right way, right? If you're covering all the bases. Hiring is gonna be really important. This is the last step to scaling a 7- and 8-figure real estate business. So here's who I like to hire. You can hire anyone, obviously. Hiring is the same for every business. Here's who I like to hire. I like to hire local real estate agents. Well, why is that? Well, because some of these deals that I get, they're not gonna like our offer. They're gonna want more money. A real estate agent is designed to get them as much money as possible by listing on the MLS, listing the property. So I like to align with a real estate agent and say any deals that we don't buy because they want too much, you can list and make the commission and then just give me a piece of the commission. But on the contrary, I want you to work this entire thing. I want you to answer the text. I want you to make the calls, right? And if you do that, I'll give you a cut of any commission, any money we make from buying or wholesaling deals. So you have this two-way partnership that makes everyone money, and I got free labor. I didn't have to come out of pocket. I paid for all the marketing and the systems, the agent works it, and we split profits on any money that comes in, okay? Another great hiring mechanism is bird dogs. Bird dogs are the same as wholesalers, I like to describe them, but they don't want to invest in systems. They don't want to invest in, and they don't care about any of this. They're literally just going to be out there at their leisure, okay, looking for deals. It might be deals that they find through word of mouth, all right? It might be through calling bandit signs themselves and just connecting with other people. These are literally just people who are like, they're almost like part-time wholesalers, okay? This also might be people who are just driving around looking and seeing ugly properties and writing the address down. They deliver it to you for you to do due diligence and get the number and call and all that, okay? These bird dogs are a great opportunity to say, hey, you wanna take bird dogging to the next level? Work my systems for me and we'll split the profits on these deals. So if you're making $2,000 to $5,000 a month as a bird dog, what if I can get you to $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000 because I'm gonna invest in these systems and hire you to continue to do what you're doing, but also work my systems, okay? And then lastly, but not least, is virtual assistants, typically foreign. So like me, I have a number of virtual assistants that work for me out of Pakistan, out of India, out of the Philippines, right? There's even some in America that cost a little bit more. But they're essentially people who you can pay damn near minimum wage, in some countries lower, to do mundane tasks like responding to text, cold calling, right? These are all easy ways, posting on social media. These are easy, mundane tasks that maybe you don't want to do. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you just think you're just above those tasks. Hiring a virtual assistant to work these systems is a quick, easy way to make money for really not that much of an investment. Outside of hiring like a real, actual American employee, these 3 hiring mechanisms are gonna be your key to scaling the business bigger than you, all right? Now, all of this is possible because you're going to put all of this in what's called a CRM, all right? A customer or client relationship management system. Who are your customers and clients? They're people who wanna sell you their house. You're rendering a service. You're saving them from distress. You're meeting their motivation, okay? By buying their house, they're motivated to sell it. By having a CRM that manages all of this, it's easy to hire and put people in that system, in that CRM, in these tracking mechanisms, in these marketing systems and campaigns to be able to close real estate. All right, so I hope this video didn't go too long. All right, I'm going to, like I said, link some resources below, but I wanted to shoot this because this is what we're doing for each of our clients and what we're doing at our company to guarantee a deal periodically, whether that's how many deals we do per year, how many deals we do per month, how many deals we do per week. All right, so hopefully you can take this, right, and implement it into your business to ultimately create predictability and scalability inside of your real estate business. Once again, I'm Art Morrison III with United Home Relief. I'm gonna scoot off and maybe record some more content later, but in the meantime, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel because we're gonna be posting a lot more content. Just like, did you just back up to get the scooter? Whatever, man. Don't be hating on my scooter. Anywho, like, share, subscribe, more content like this so that you can grow your real estate business. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the next, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.